And what is up? Work here. Haven't posted any keys for quite a while here, but kind of spontaneously got back on with the partial push group here. And we're doing a Black Rook hold plus 27 fortified bolstering. This dungeon is obviously the easiest of the expansion. So, 27, we've done it before. Didn't time it. But we've done this before. But the real variation here is definitely bolstering. There's a lot of places here where you want to pull at least multiple packs together. This one of them. This is just a double pull, I guess. But there's a lot of big pulls that normally happen that if you're unfamiliar with bolstering at a high level is really bad. It turns out, and we encounter that. But other than that, this place is not too bad overall. I tend to be the kind of comp decider. Good night, me. This is also extremely common. If they have any bolstering stacks, even actually just 27 this level, if that cast goes off without a defensive, I should probably just preemptively use a defensive. I don't know. If any of those casts go on someone, you're dead. Pretty much. That's it. So a missed kick, you're dead, but it's easy run back. Having 5 deaths in this first part or something like that, it's fine on a high fortified. It's whatever. Easy run back. Get most of the damage done. Not a huge problem. But I was saying I'm normally these days the comp decider. Okay, I have a hard time sometimes deciphering which way the tank is facing, and thus I eat all the frontals. I think that's what's going on here. The front, they're facing away from me, right? I don't know. I can't tell where the tank is. You think I know? Look at all these nameplates. Where's the tank? I can't tell. There he is. I see him. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to stay behind and not eat the frontal, but then also kick the counselor. And then if I get the glaive, we're supposed to step out. But that's what these pulls are here. If you're big brain group, you pull this on the boss, but on bolstering, any misplay in positioning, you kind of die to that strike down. It's pretty bad. I'm just trying to kick the counselor until it's dead. I know we're supposed to I can't do focus kicks yet. Okay. So we're supposed to, ooh, am I taking that a little bit? I'm heavy verse. Anyway, you're supposed to cleave off of Ravencrest, but then focus kick counselor. It's not me. That's not me though. I'm trying, maybe someday. But I was saying I'm normally the comp decider these days, or at least lead. Good night, me. Whatever. That's what this first pull looks like. I am accepting of this. And so the comp decision that's set in stone here from the guild is Vengeance Demon Hunter. No, I'm mad about that. Solo all mechanics as far as kicking. Can't be mad. And we have a spicy one. We have a Prevoker as our guild leader, healing here, which frees up a slot. I'm Ret, of course, here. Sort of support DPS is the way that I think about it. What's unique about it is that our healer has Lust. That frees up a lot. We don't need a mage. We don't need a hunter. We don't use drums. We just always have a Lust. So we're actually pretty free to make comps, which is kind of nice. And while not meta, and surely they get the most hipster cred of anyone this season for playing Prevoker in high keys, or whatever, mid keys, whatever you consider 27, you get hipster cred because not that many people do that. I believe our Prevoker here is number 5 on Illidan or something like that, which is, the IO's up there, but also there's no one plays it. So it's they play that hipster class and they don't give a fuck. They're not rolling Druid or Disc Breeze. This is it. So I think all the credit to you. I think at the beginning of the season, Rhett felt that way too, but then turned out to be hyper good once you actually get the legendary. I'm in comms right now. I'm you know what? Let's not even, because I've had people die to this circle. I'm damage is not the problem here. Whatever. I'm just chilling in the back. Don't kill anybody with the circle. GG. Someone dies. We've got a battle res. I'm the battle reser. I guess there's also a warlock here, but we play it safe. This is IO for the 3 of us. We like to time it. So we play it safe. Damage, again, not an issue. Anyway, I am the group leader sort of these days, and I watch a lot of videos. Too many videos on Mythic Plus, and I kind of know what's going on comp-wise here. The call is for single target doers. I consider warlocks, demo warlocks to be that. On top of strong AoE, they're just a really good class, and they're also rather survivable, and they're an extra B-res. Extra B-res, very, very important. As many B-res classes as there can be. The Bracer B-res, super sketchy. If you're using the Bracer B-res, you're in a bad place. If the tank has to do it, they're going to die. If anyone else has to do it, they're also going to die. Because, like, what do they die? Do something on the ground, and then you're, like, standing on them? It's really bad. Bracer B-res is not something I don't plan that in. So any other B-res doer, we're very happy to have. And then Monk, we're a little light on kicks on the next room, or even the first room. But they bring leg sweep, they're bringing ring of peace. All these things are incredible. And ring of peace, especially for the spinner mobs, which will one-shot you at this level, especially if they're bolstered. I forget how this one goes. I think probably not well. But anyway, you will we appreciate a nice ring of peace here. And typically, I've run this before, a monk that's playing well is top DPS the whole key, like single target and AoE. I don't know how they're not more meta. But I like a really, a 3400 and higher monk. I mean, they're going to do this. Look at the single target. I should really have overall damage too, but at higher keys, overall damage is bait. Who cares? It doesn't matter. It's really just single target damage. Especially here is a pad fest on the bats. Like, who gives a F? It's live, please live, and do your utility. Mostly around CC. I think we died a bunch, so I dropped the old the Warhammer there, the auto hammer. So I was the comp chooser here. We all talk about it, but anyway, Warlock Monk here is a pretty nice combo just to have a B-res, and then it's also 27. I think there's some people interested in doing 27s, but it's not that high. People are doing like live key like 31s at this place, so 27's like not even like a not anything special. So there's only so many people that sign up anyway. So we kind of make that decision there. So this is a nasty bolster. As we're gonna... I'm still in the bad. Yeah, I'm done. Okay. So this is a partial review on my fault. On my performance in such key. There was a lot going on. I've done that pull a lot. I stood in the arcane circle. And I also had... What was it? Entangling was happening. I got overload. Okay, I was an input overload. A lot of mobs. I thought I was going to blame that to bolstering, but that's me standing in the poop. I stood in the poop. Don't stand in the poop. That's bad. I think I'm not tracking. I've only just started tracking deaths. Look at that ring of peace. There it goes. But they reviewed it live. I don't have enough clicks in my head left to check that live. And I think the Warlock had an itty bit of threat on some of the spiders, so they got a couple stacks. That's a bad thing. Everyone's excited for the Omega Pad Fest, but we all died. So I stood in the bad. I think the Warlock popped maybe a little bit too early, and we didn't have threat on just every tiny little spider up there, and it was a full party wipe. Pretty much. Did everyone die? I don't know if our tanks stayed alive. I don't remember. That's essentially a full wipe. However, 27 Black Rook hold. Free. Not a problem. Let's try again. So chain wiping in the first part to some like stray casts going off, it's going to happen, especially with bolstering. You weren't living those casts at this level anyway. Maybe through like, if I had my double defense was up and obviously if I bubbled, I'd live it. But like, you're not. You're just going to, one of those is going off. It's like, goodbye. We'll see you in a minute. Not a problem. Happens even at like the highest keys. I've watched people do this at 30s. It's like, yeah, someone's going to catch that bolt to the face. You come back. It's probably better that we split this up because we're going to bolster someone in here insane. So obviously that purple circle is the no-no and that brown frontal is the no-no. I kind of forgot that. On top of that, knife dance is happening and there were spiders, I'm not that good at this game. That was too much for me. I wasn't paying attention, and I think I'm probably still eating frontals. And on top of that, Rep Paladin drops a lot of yellow poo-poo on the floor, right? And like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't see it. So that's how this is going so far. It's fine. I mostly come in here. Again, I can't focus target because I'm not good enough. And I just cleave down the arc dude, the caster, stop him when I can, and then I'll blinding light if it's like no one stopping like a knife dance. But we end up like CCDRing these things almost all the time where it's like, nah, you can't stun them. So here goes some knife dance to the face. And, we try the big strats, but not everyone's in comms, and sometimes the rep paladin stands in the poop, and we die. Sometimes I die. That's why we bring a warlock, because I need to be battle resed. It's interesting. Well, for me, this is how the evolution has been. Is that like as the key goes higher, I care less about my damage, because it's just live. I'll even look at my bars for like proper things. I'm literally just like watching like, oh god, is this cast going off? Is someone kicking this? Did someone burn their defensive too early? Because I'm looking to sack and lay on hands and bop and damage. I could care less. I'm probably last here today. That's fine. I don't have my legendary. This tune needs to have like some stuff bought for it. Oh, we died. These hurt. These are bolstered. I think I'm 487 if I actually go buy a necklace and a 486 ring or something like that. I just haven't. My rogue's kitted out though, which will be my next video. I like my rogue a little bit. But when I'm doing like rogue keys at like 20 and like 21s, I'm like, oh, we gotta be top damage. It's like so important. But up here, it's like, no. How do we live this? How do we live? I don't even care. I'll turn off details. It doesn't matter. The only details that matters is deaths and interrupts is pretty much at this point. And I kind of bring other, we only accept the finest of pugs up here. So people are doing like, their big damage. But it's mostly a game of like utility at this point, which Ret does extremely well compared to Rogue. Rogue, I'm like, oh, people are dying. That's too bad. I can't do anything. Ret, I'm like, okay, it's time to start healing. Let's bubble sack and let's, bubble res and res lay on hand, stuff like that. It's like really important. Rogue, we just kind of do our damage. So again, I can't focus kick. I don't know if I'm ever going to really get down with focus kicking. I completely get it. I just can't do it yet. So I'm killing the caster, making sure the kicks make sure it doesn't go off. And looks like we burned blinding on someone already. But even with this group that runs this much, I don't do the thing where I track all the demon hunters' sigils and their stun. Because like, you don't send blinding until after that. I don't know. I'm not really tracking that. I think this turns into a B-res here, which we have 2 banked. We're chilling. And it's the right call. I was like, hell no, I'm not B-resing you. And I think the warlock did. So is that what happens? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get him back in the game. Wait, who B-resed him? I don't even know. Whatever. I didn't though. I guess that's worth it for sure. Because like them running back and just chain dying into this is bad, and this got to die. That was the right call. That's my bad. I probably should have resed them. I was like, nah, we save him for boss, but I wasn't really. It's fort. This is a boss to some degree. We want to get this down quick, and the timer is kind of tight because we're clowns and we died a lot. But I would say that we are in a pug group. I'm pretty used to this comp. With a rogue, I'm like, okay, I'm not a rogue. I'm like, this monk, they're gonna stop some stuff. The lock, they're gonna kill some stuff, and generally we don't have to like. I'm never gonna like hand of sacrifice a warlock. It's not gonna happen. I'll die, But the monk could a little bit use it to some degree. I don't think I actually sack anyone this run too much, mostly because I'll die at this high of a key level. But these are the things we keep in mind. I think the monk is probably the squishiest, perhaps the evoker. Though he's verse stacking at this point, but he might be a little bit squishier, but it's between the two of them for sure, who are going to like take the most percentage HP from like any hit. So they might need a sack here and there. Haven't been any like great moments yet. The one shots come, well, this boss coming up on higher keys, but like the last 2 bosses are certainly very one-shotty if you're not careful. So the band's all back together. No one's dead. Monk's getting shot or something. But this is just 3 mobs. We were talking about pulling it on the boss, which we should do technically. But we pretty much always elect not to on pugs. I think maybe if this was like a full guild push group, if we had one, which we don't. And everyone's with comms, it's like we would like try it a couple times on lower keys, then it's like, oh, okay, like, we sort of have an understanding of like who can stop and whatnot. Like clearly vengeance is going to stop a lot of stuff. Maybe I should heal. What's going on here? Oh, that. Oh, okay. So, did I get glaive? Oh, okay. So I think someone stood. I wasn't paying attention. Someone stood in the bad with the glaive, and I think everyone got hit by the glaive, and then someone was out of position and someone died. And this is why we have battle res classes and why I was hesitant to res anyone on trash that you can just run back to, you know? But the call got made. We're zipping along. You know, there's momentum. We still have momentum. Someone died. I forgot that that happened already. We're just doing our damage. This one, we don't want to get frontaled by the Vanguard. And I normally just single target the boss and kind of like passive cleave this. Like, don't even send Divine Storms into this thing. But someone just died. And I don't know if this is bolstering or not. I don't know. Affixes, whatever. Like, the caster got to die. So I'm focusing it. Okay, so that's maybe a little bit slower. I don't want him to shoot anybody because I don't have any battle reses left. Also, if you're a rogue and you shadow step that, he's not actually in the middle of the room until like a couple seconds later. So if you shadow step, you just end up in the front again. I do that like every time. So yeah, this is a fight. Not much going on here. Am I going to defensive this? Yeah, maybe. I'm not dying to that natty though. I don't think at all. Maybe standing in the poop after for too long, but like that's not going to kill me. It's the glaive plus that'll kill you, or double glaive sometimes. Are we about to get stunned? No, okay, we freed him out of this. Not bad. Not bad. So this is just live. You know, do the mechanics, and it's like, you know, if any mechanic overlap goes slightly wrong, you're dead. That's pretty much it for this boss. And do your damage. Who died? Did the Warlock die? Yeah, probably. So he probably lost his like cooldowns or something like that. I don't know, whatever. Again, I mean, I guess obviously damage matters. Like my rogue, I can't really bring into a 27 because I'm not like 487 or 88 there. So I'm just like a little under. It's like not quite right. But the ret, even without the legendary, very sad. Maybe this week. You know, this is our not even trying single target. I'm just pushing buttons. Are we resending twos? Yeah, we certainly are. That's kind of maybe a waste, but let's kill this boss. Yeah, let's resend the twos. You know, so we can sit around 200k. That's adequate. You know, if we're playing like super optimal and like I never miss an auto attack, you know, it's maybe a little higher, but you know, whatever. It's enough. For my rogue to maintain 200 is hard. I can hit 200, but to keep it up, if rogue loses uptime, outlaw, it's really rough. Like you're like, oh, there goes adrenaline rush, bye-bye, and it doesn't come back fast enough. Ret doesn't care. I can miss uptime for a very long time. This room is real bad this week. I think there's a chance that we do this phenomenally, actually. I think, if I remember correctly. And by we, I mean the tank, because I do nothing. I'm just hitting Divine Storm. I do watch this Felguard, though. He'll sneaky kill people if you let him. So, again, I should be cleaving off the big man. This Felguard kill people if no one kicks it. And there's a lot going on. So we kill the Felguard and we kick the Felguard if need be. So this is all Vengeance Demon Hunter, and we are trying to even kill this pack is the thing. Or else they bolster. Oh my, how lovely. So that was all Vengeance Demon Hunter. Did I send blinding? I might have. Oh no, here we go. I remember this now. So that was as good as that goes. That was very clean. Now we normally pull this whole thing, but that's suicide on bolstering. But the whole gauntlet is crazy. Okay, so we're playing this easy. Okay, nice. This is the move. If these bolster, it's over. If they spin and hit you, it's already a one shot, but it'll kill you plus kill you when you spawn. It's like a lot of death. Look who's saving Wake of Ashes. See this? There it goes. I'm watching now. It's not even needed yet. I probably could have saved it even further, but Vengeance Demon Hunter, Silence Sigils, Grip Sigils, Misery Sigils, Ring of Peace, Leg Sweep, and me in this dungeon. These are all demons. Wake of Ashes is a stun. So we tried to save it. I remember that in comms. Look at that. Was this a 20 on not bolstering? That can go way worse. That can go way worse. So this is normally, this is what I thought I remembered being like, oh, this isn't bad. Here goes the Wake of Ashes. When's it go? There, we just send it. Fuck it. Like this one's small. This pack's small. But this is the place that you would think that we've depleted here before when this goes wrong. So I think we kind of are all like, kind of like, okay, let's not. So it was more the that spider pull into the casters that Just too much going on and I died. So, but this part, this is should be the hard part. Okay, these got bolstered, not a big deal. It's those spinners. So with those spinners gone, this dungeon's over. Other than the last boss. So, oh, did he die? Oh, I forgot the tank died. This is how you know you're in a real key, is that that this tank dies, because he doesn't die ever. So this is a real key. This is a real key. So when those bolster, it's time to leave, because they do that. Oh man. I survived maybe one of those globals. Yeah, that hurts a lot on the 27 fort when those things are bolstered. You're not meant to live that. I think he said he Farak shielded the first one, and then the second one just one-shot him. It doesn't matter. Killed him through cheat death or something like that. So anyway, those things are run away. It's back to Shadowlands Season 1 where tanks kite when those come out. This is the only affix where you see tanks like running. You see some like 10-foot mob and they're like, where'd the tank go? And they're just gone. That's how I learned how to tank. Shadowlands. That's what we did. Even as prop Paladin. Any tank, we were just running. We pop some aggro, Elysian Decree, Divine Soul, and leave. And leave the key. Let everybody else kill them as they're running away. I think this goes terribly, unfortunately. But the tank lives. I think what's going on with this Venge build, Venge, right? Yeah. Is that the more targets they have Fiery Brand on, the tankier they are. So I think they get a little bit of like survivability from the bats, I think. Because I'm pretty sure, again, non-comms and with our caster, we don't get all these kicks. We just don't. So they get real big. This one, it's going off. Very little buffy right there. And that makes the bat casts bad. And it makes everything bad. Bolstering is an awful affix on Fortified at a high key in all dungeons. But this dungeon especially. Before this, we had just timed a 26 Rise, I believe, with this Warlock and a Priest. That place isn't too bad if you are chill in the beginning. This place kind of sucks, though we've, you just got to pull slow. You could pull like all 3 of these. You could pull all 4 if you're like really going for it. But yeah, again, you would need comms. You kind of need a kick. You kind of need to be like, okay, you two are on this one. You're on this one. Here comes the AoE stop. Who's got the next AoE stop? That stuff needs to be said. Or you're going to die. Maybe the Warlock died. Maybe that Warlock had the bats put on him. Something like that. Sorry, Warlock. Oh, I remember the tank was going back to get him. There's another cast that's going to find getting that one. No, I should have had that one. That was my bad. I'm a tab targeter. I'm not going to lie, but I'm really good at it. Okay? I mostly get it. In that case, how are you supposed to click these nameplates? Look at they're moving all over the place. How are you supposed to click these? It's crazy. I just don't. Just tab target it. That's not getting caught. Nope. We're making these dominators big. These dominators are getting real big. I'm getting a little scared too. I'm like, I already saw our tank die. Like that means that like there's no cheat death trinkets available most likely here. But I think it's like just livable enough, or they got all the defensives and or I think all these bats make them tankier. I don't know. And this is not going well. So as people die, more go off, and look how big these men are getting. This is not good. This seems like the end. That someone's gonna die. But somehow we pull through, okay? So, not too bad. Are we bolstering too? I don't think they have any there's one. I see. But he's about to die, okay? It could have gone worse. This is not as hard on other affixes, I must say. Like, Sanguine is a time problem. You're like, oops, we full healed the mob. It's like there's 2 of them. But they don't all of a sudden start one-shotting the tank. That's not what happens. So, bolstering's up there for high keys. I think for a lot of people this is a break week, or you go to alts. For me, I just haven't been pushing on my Paladin at all. I've just been, depressed like every other two-hander class that doesn't have the axe. I'm like, you know what? I don't even like this class. Blizzard. It's not, I don't care. But I do want it. And I actually do like red a lot, but I've been playing a lot of Rook. So here we are back on the red, doing a little bit of a push. We tried this. I think I checked like 3 weeks ago. We could have killed it. Someone did something dumb and we depleted. But we could have killed it. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. So I'm not sure that we are any more geared at this point. We're just, have played a little bit more in this season. And I don't know. We had some good people sign up. Everybody here, like, we're in the 3,300 club now after this one, or in the whatever this session. But everyone else here is like 33, 34. So that means you've done all the 25s and 26s mostly. So that's when you get out of like noob league. The 20 to 25 is like where people still don't quite know what's going on, myself included. That's fine. But above that, it's like, you didn't probably get here unless, you at least somewhat understood what was happening in this dungeon. But not always the case, but, as I'll probably be 3,400 by the end of the season, and I still just stand in purple swirls sometimes. It happens. In Rise, I'm catching the orb in the face. That's going to happen. At least once. At least one of those orbs is going to me. I'll bubble it, hopefully. This one, I have conflicting opinions about this. So as Rogue, if you ever leave the boss, your damage goes down. I guess that's true for any melee. Not really Ret, though. Rogue, I'm like, I'm staying with this boss. I have the line mechanic. Oh well, deal with it. I'm not leaving. I think that's what our monk is doing. I remember it gets a little tight in here. It's like, this monk's dropping the poop in a bad place. Am I going to drop it in a bad place? Am I going to die right now? I don't know what's going on. But, oh, that's spicy. That's getting a little spicy there. Hierarchy would probably be dead. Sitting in that green stuff for too long, I'll probably be dead. But it's getting a little silly in here because none of the melee want to give up uptime, but that's how the boss is at 5%. So you gotta make that call. Rets, we're too slow. I can't leave. What am I supposed to get on my horse? I'm not getting on my horse. We're gonna stay right here. Rogue, if I lose uptime, I don't do any damage. All my buffs are going away. We just stay. We greed that. And you live it. That's fine, 27. Maybe at 30, where that takes a lot longer. It's like, someone's got to do the mechanic, but 27, you just kill the boss. Absolutely fine. I wasn't watching everyone single target. Again, keys this high, I don't care about damage. It's just like, I was mostly paying attention to like, do they have the debuff? Do I have the debuff? Can I do the frontal? That's all that matters. What is not good, running up to this boss. Now, do I die in here? I bet I do at least once. Someone's dead in here. But I think the cheat spot is gone now too. You can't stand on the desk. I think. I don't remember. But, I think we're going to get it back. We would like to enter this last fight with every defensive available. External defensives for the friends. Defensives for myself. I don't consider Divine Shield a defensive for friends. That's only for me. I couldn't give it away if I wanted to. It's not bound on my Vadu. I'm an H-Pal main, by the way. So someone's dead. Good night. To live this next boss, even on Fort 27 is like a 25 Tyran, I guess, something like that. Rough math. We're gonna need all the Ret Paladin utility that there is to live it. It's because of the monk. The monk's kind of squishy. The warlock has some big fat defensives. I'm not tracking them. For some reason, I'm only tracking their offensives. I need to update my Omni CD. Give an F about your offensive cooldowns. That's tank stuff, maybe. You're like, we're going to not triple pull because no one has their 2s up. That's a good thought. That's something you might want to consider. But for me as a Ret Paladin, I'm a healer. I am a healer. I don't know if I've healed yet. Ooh, there it is. You can't be number one forever. I'm the only DPS in this dungeon, it looks like, from the meters. But you're not... no one's king forever, whatever. No one reigns forever. So we ate one of those. We didn't die, though. We're versy. So much verse. Anyway, we need all the defensives for this. And we have learned how to not do this. Because I did the same exact key a week or 2 ago. I guess it would have been 2 weeks ago. I don't know if it's Fort or Tyrannical, whatever. So, here are the calls. This dude. The second you pull him, someone's dropping to like 10%. Oh, maybe on Tyrannical. There, it's me. What happened? What happened? You got shot by someone. I don't know. 10%. But I'm a versy person. I wasn't that bad. That one-shots a lot of people. That was the Warlock getting hit. Only 50. He's dead? What happened to the Warlock? What the heck? Why is the Warlock dead? Oh, man. I lied. Why'd that Warlock die? I forgot about that. Anyway, there's the Monk getting hit. 50%. Okay? So the other thing, that's just random ass damage. You can't do anything about it. That one is the Ninja Star. That'll kill you. You're done. Maybe on Tyrannical. I don't know. But there's just random, like, oh, 50% of your health? That's mine now. Mechanics happening in here. And if you're not a Versi, look at that. That hurts. Damn. I feel like I'm the squishy one. It's just like, yeah, here's some damage for no reason. You can't pre-defensive it. I mean, like, whatever. Anyway, if you're not 487, 480, whatever, big, you just die to that. The Monk calls out that they have no defensive, so I should have sacked them. Oopsies. So coming up next is going to be the first Stinging Swarm. Oh, nope, never mind. Here we go. Bubble. I should have sacked the Monk. Everybody's real healthy. Here goes Stinging Swarm. Immediate bop. Immediate bop. It's gone. Get your opener in there because it kind of screws with your like casting. Let the Warlock do the thing. Have we lusted? Oh, we're lusting on the way out. Anyway, I have learned it is a mistake to not bop that immediately. We bop the first person. Now, if it's me, I'm in a bad place because I just bubbled, but we might have gotten double value. That does happen. But anyway, we bubbled it. Don't even mess around. Don't even, just don't mess around. Live it. Sack a friend. I should have, I didn't. But then we're immediately watching Stinging Swarm, bop the first person, keep them alive. We still have a battle res. Do we use it? It's definitely possible. Stinging Swarm again on the Warlock. Look at my Vidu trying to tell me that's a white dot. They're living. They're living. We're killing it. Who shot the fireworks? What a boss. We still have Lay on Hands. I still have Shield of Vengeance. We gotta pop that. That is like big damn. Oh, we should Shield of Vengeance right now. Definitely. We're taking damage too. Oh, I hope we use Shield of Vengeance. That's like big damn for us. Oh man, we're throwing. We don't use our Shield of Vengeance? Sad. But look at these two single target doers. Monko, Demo, Sad Redo without a legendary, you know? But whatever. We're adequate. We're a healer. Did we hit Lay on Hands ever? No. Did I just use Shield of Vengeance? I think so. Look how low I get. And there's a Wog. Boom, Wog. And we live. Oof. It's tight. That was real tight. Imagine no Wog, we'd be a dead rat. Could we have Lay our hands ourselves? Probably. Probably should have. Did I Lay on Hands anybody? I don't think I did. I don't think I saw that hand go on cooldown. That's a mistake. I might as well just Lay on Hands myself now. Flash a light, sure. There's a talent that makes Flash a light instant or something with a cooldown. That's probably worth. If you're double flashing light as red, something's really, really wrong. There it is then. A 27 fortified completed. Just don't die. Easy. Easy. Don't die. See you on the next one.